The other one would be a bedding environment that's not optimized, where you're actually not letting yourself enjoy that 1/3 of your life, and you haven't optimized it. So even though you might be lying there, the neck doesn't feel good, you can't regulate your temperature, the blanket's too hot, the bedding, what you're wearing isn't letting you breathe. That can be a huge disturbance to sleep. Yeah. Noise, sound, anything to do with how you sleep, it's like a torture. There is one more. Can I just add that one? It's not
Yeah.
really so much a course, but it's the most common thing I hear from people. And that is that people wake up at night and then they toss and turn instead of doing the things they can do to remedy that. So if you toss and turn at night, then you're going to have a bad sleep. And that can be actually causing you to have horrible anxiety around sleep. So that anxiety then exacerbates bad sleep. But if you learn how to deal with that wake up, and how to go back to sleep quickly and effectively, that trauma response to waking up and tossing and turning for 2.5 hours or whatever it is for people can be alleviated. And that is a huge thing I teach people, because it seems that 80% of the people I work with, they can fall asleep, but they wake up and then they absolutely suffer. So yeah. And then that
Oh,
causes 22. That's why I'm weaving it into that question of
it
yours.
would be remiss of me if I didn't ask, and I understand perhaps if you don't. Can you give us a couple of helpful tips for those people that do wake up and toss and turn to help them get back to sleep?
I'm very glad you asked, because I
Thank
think
you.
people say, don't let her go, ask her this question. She is this. Okay, so there are a few things you can do. Now, first of all, the most important thing for me is prevent it. Prevent it next time by finding a way to unwind more with the shower, with meditation, with a certain breathing. But if you can't prevent it and it's happened to you and you're over it and you need a quick fix, the best thing is not to stay lying in bed. After 20 minutes or 25 minutes, it's best to get up and to go vertical, to walk around the room, but don't turn on all the lights. Dim. You don't want to have that bright bathroom light waking you up. So actually getting up, walking around, maybe sitting down and journaling or doing, I don't know, meditation, breathing, whatever you want to do that's not stimulating. And then after about 10 or so minutes, lie back down. The body goes horizontal. A new biochemical mechanism starts, as far as we're aware, and that mechanism will start this next sleep cycle for you. So stay relaxed, lie down. If you are worrying, like most people do, write down the stuff you worry about and just get it out of your head, because otherwise the cycle will continue. So if it's because you're thinking too much and ruminating, it's really important. That's why my background is so holistic. Either they teach you this or they give you that. I bring it together. So you need to do something to get rid of that ruminating pattern. So distraction is one thing, but it means you have to keep distracting. But if you write down, what am I worried about? What's happening? What can I do about it? And then you write it down, you'll be surprised how your brain will say, okay, this problem, we can nail that tomorrow. We've got some idea. Now it's time to be safe and relax. We are not having a major metaphorical saber-toothed tiger coming for us, because that's where the programming comes from. You understand, and I can see you nodding. So that makes a huge difference. And so don't drink lots of water before bed, so you have to get up and disturb your sleep cycle. Do that earlier on. It's all common sense in a weird way, but people are so busy and trying to get through the day and night. And otherwise, a breathing practice can help. If you're lying down, this is a great tip, and you can't go back to sleep. You block the right nostril and breathe through the left. Unless it's blocked, then of course you can't. But breathing through your left will help you to calm down. And if you make the exhale longer than your inhale, it's a stress release breath. So this is how you work your neurology through breath work now. So it is something to play with. It could have you going back to sleep very quickly. I've tried it on so many people now, even in class, sitting up, they're almost falling asleep instantly. So blocking the right, breathing through the left, which activates your right brain hemisphere, making that inhale through the nose, exhaling through the nose really slowly. The slower, the better. And notice that slow exhale. The nervous system will then be overridden to believe that it's relaxed. it's okay to go to sleep, and it will send in all the biochemistry, the relaxation, and you'll be able to go back to sleep again.
Wow.
Good stuff, really good. We have got everything we need. We're the most amazing human design.
We are indeed. I can hear people out in the audience. Sabine, you don't understand. I've got kids, I've got work, I've got a business, I've got this. Can't I just take a sleeping tablet or go to the chemist and get melatonin over the counter?
I can hear that too. Number one, melatonin, awesome, helps you with sleep onset. You can do that if you want to, but apparently, if you use it externally, your body stops making it. They found this is the latest science. So the more you use it, it's a bit like if you don't use it, you lose it. So you use the melatonin, and it can be a temporary help to reset your circadian rhythm, to maybe get out of a traumatic sleeping pattern. But the more you do it, the more you block the body from thinking it needs to do it. According to the current research, which could change its mind, sleeping pills, totally nightmare. Like, I have written huge articles on that as part of my study. And sleeping pills are meant to be, again, maximum 1 week. In an emergency, say you've gone through trauma of a death, moving house, nightmare, something to help you to get some sleep. But every time you take sleeping pills, your sleep quality is reduced. You don't wake up refreshed. You could get addicted. You've got side effects. It's just totally like red flag city. If you can avoid it, please, please do. They're meant to be emergency measures.